Yo, what's going on tonight, y'all? This is the Battle Blaster coming at you tonight. I had some things on my mind, and sometimes when I have things on my mind and I start to think about them, they come out perfect. And when I start recording, it seems like I get scared or something and just don't come out the way it comes out when I think about it. But I'm gonna talk about us. I'm gonna talk about black people today. All right, I'm talking about us and how we destroy ourselves, how we stop things from happening for ourselves, and how we get in our own way, and how we can remove these issues. Like I said, it's all up to us. Now, this is the thing I was thinking. Now, I went riding through a park where I live at, and they got the park shut off where you can't. They got these boulders, and they got everything all locked down and everything. And I'm just watching how the city is just really locking down. And I don't know why they locking it down, because I mean, it's open space. How do you lock down a park so people can't get in? It's fucking sad, man. And this is what gets me right here. As black people, we'll complain about it, but we won't do anything to change it. And what I mean about we won't do anything to change it, we won't even hold ourselves accountable to some of it, of why it's closed. All right, case in point. At one time, where I'm from, you could drive all the way around this park. About 20 years ago, I'm not even going to say 20 years ago, I'm lying. Well, yeah, I can say 20 years ago. 20 years ago, they closed the park down where you can only go through it halfway around. You go through the smaller portion of the park. You couldn't go through the whole outer portion of the park. You had to go through the small portion, and then it takes you out by the picnic area and the playground. And it was because we, as black people, the people of the city, we wouldn't abide by the rules. If we're drinking our little drinks, or we're eating our little food, instead, because they're like probably every 100 feet or every 50 feet, there's I say every 50 feet, there's a trash can every 50 feet going all the way around the park. The groundskeepers of the park used to get mad every weekend. They like, so because on Monday morning, it looks like hell. People, like a tornado went through there. People just threw all this shit on the ground, beer bottles and all this shit. And so the mayor was like, listen, I'm gonna close down half of the park. This way, you'll be able just to sit in one portion of the park. He said, because this is getting crazy. He said, when you're closer to where the park rangers are, you don't throw your shit on the ground. You don't throw your trash on the ground. You don't throw your beer bottles on the ground. If you're drinking out there, which we were at the time, we couldn't, which we still can't. You're supposed to put your stuff in the trash can. A lot of these black people now, mind you, this 30 years ago, probably 30, 35 years ago, 36 years ago, because at one time, like I said, you can go all the way around the park. And he sat back and he told everybody, listen, that's why there's trash cans every so many feet away from each other, because you're gonna have your food, you're gonna be drinking or whatever you're gonna do. He said, all I ask you guys to do is just throw your trash into the trash bin. Now, weed was a big thing back then. So, you got people smoking weed, you smell the shit all through the air down there. And he asked the people, listen, please don't smoke weed in the park. You got kids running around. Kids don't need to be ingesting that shit for one and two. Weed is, is illegal. You can't smoke weed out here. You know what I mean? But if you're going to do it, he was like, please be aware of the children, and please try not to do it around them. Again, black people, fuck that. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. And it's not all of the people. It was mostly the ones that was getting high, the ones who had these badass kids who are now gangbangers as grown ass people now. So I was thinking to myself, I said, if I was married, this is what I would do. I said, one of my things is to open up the park again. And the thing is, I would tell everybody, listen, I'm going to open up the park. I'm going to make sure everybody can come in here and enjoy themselves like we used to back in the day. I said, but the first day you fuck up, and if I have to shut it down, I'm going to shut it the fuck down. There won't be none of this. I'm going to have to do what they're doing now. And I know I'm going to hear somebody, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I know I'm going to hear somebody say, no, man, you fucked up. They're going to say something stupid, and I'm going to have to tell them, listen, it's because of motherfuckers like you that we can't keep the park open. And I'm thinking about it. As I was thinking about this, I was thinking about how my city is being gentrified, and not only gentrified, but they're putting all these damn, different illegal people into the city. And pretty soon, when they do open up the park again, or they kick us out of the city, because they're going to run us up out of here. We ain't got too many places to go. South Trenton and East Trenton, and some portions of North Trenton, even some portions of West Trenton, is being overran by the Spanish population. As soon as we are ran up out of here, and this is all a Spanish-speaking town, trust me when I say this, when we ride back through here, and we ride through the park, trust me, the park will be open all the way through and through. And you'll be hearing beep, 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 beep. You'll be hearing their music. They'll be out there smoking weed or drinking, but they'll be taking care of their fucking areas. I'm not gonna say all of them are clean and all of them are dirty. I'm just saying the point is they'll be taking care of their areas, because it'll be somebody who will say, damn, man, we got rid of the niggas out of here. Now you going to act just like them. They're going to pick up behind their brother. They're going to throw it in the trash can. And they're going to step to him like, dude, keep it clean. And they're going to look at us like we wrong for driving through the park, when we just drive through just to see what's going on, how things have changed. I'm not against Spanish brothers and sisters. I'm not against them. But the point is, because of the self-hatred that we have towards each other, because we have been raised with this ignorant mentality. This is why I stopped listening to rap. In 1995, when Biggie Smalls came out, that was it. That was like, for me, that was like I said, don't get me wrong, he had some cool music. I had a couple of his like singles and stuff, but a lot, and it's not just him, it was just how rap has just got dark. And if anybody who are real old school hip hoppers, they will understand what I'm saying. A lot of them, they'll sit up there and say, oh man, that was rap's golden years. No, that was when rap started tarnishing. The golden years was during Public Enemy, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, EPMD, X-Clan. You know what I mean? So those individuals during the 80s, going into the 90s, that was the golden era of rap to me, because rap was really blowing up, especially in junior high school. When I hit like in the 8th, 7th, 8th grade, that's when rap really started, like, for me, because I used to listen to country music and I liked the rock and roll. So, and I liked it, like the old funk music, Prince, at the time he wasn't old funk music, but he was funk rock. So I liked the hell. I like shit like country music, the Monkees and shit like that. But I didn't listen too much to hip hop until I got into junior high school. And it was fun. It was something new. It was like, for me, it was cool, but it was nothing I could really sit back and say, I can do that. I was a musician. I could sit down and play instruments. So I was like, you know what? I'll stick to what I know. And from there, it was like, all right, no problem. We're going to do this. I just saw that, like I said, in 1995 was when the last time I was listening to rap music. I really stopped buying the rap music unless it was something that I liked. But it was, like I said, rap had got real dark at that time. And it was heading to a place because of the record industry. They saw where rap was heading during the golden era. The rap would have, if rap were to kept going the way it was going, we would be on a plane of, how can I put it? We'll be on a plane of intelligence that will be above this world. Really, we really would have. We really would have. And people might sit up here and say, "What, man, you stupid. You sound stupid." No, think about it. We dumbed ourselves down. We dumbed our children down. When 1995, and like I said, when Biggie Smalls and Tupac start coming out and all these different rappers start going into the life of the gangbanger, what they call gangster rap, which I don't look at as gangster rap. I don't think it's called gangster rap to me. I don't think but that's whatever they want to call it, because white people call it that, black people follow suit into it. The point is, rap music changed. It started getting darker. Start running more to the gutter portion of the street. It was no more of the, on a higher plane of existence. It was no longer the down with the government and up with, the black fist. It was never no more. It was done no more of that, because of it was all because of the industry saw where it was going. They had to see that they had to stop black people from rising at a conscious level. The conscious portion of rap had to stop. It had to die. So they say, we got to get in between this. We don't want y'all guys no longer singing about conscious music. Anybody singing about conscious music nowadays, you can't be on. We're not going to promote you. We ain't even going to put your music out. Now, you got Common out there, but Common ain't saying nothing. He ain't telling you to fight the power like Public Enemy was doing. He's not sitting up here like Rakim back in the day telling you that, you are God, you are in the image of God, and you are little gods, whatever, you know what I mean? They could never understand that. And when they started understanding it, they got scared. So what they replaced the consciousness with was with ignorance. We're going to run down on a lower level. We're going to feed you sex. We're going to feed you drugs. We're going to feed you ignorance and death. And guess what? It has worked for over the past 20 years. Over the past 20 years. Over 20 years. It has worked. We going on 30 years of this garbage. Individuals, like Prince said, basically, if I'm making my own music and all you doing is putting it out there, what do I need you for? Oh, you need us to put it out there for you. No, you don't, because now you got the internet. If people were to do if people, black people, the masses of this craft were to just say, you know what, I'm going to change the way I rap, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, I'm going to go to the old school, I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to start doing that, I'm going to start talking consciously, I'm going to try to lift my people up. I know that these individuals in this music industry don't want me to talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to promote myself. I'm going to put my Instagram page. I'm going to put my Facebook page. I'm going to put this. I'm going to put that. I'm going to go on tours and I'm going to make my own shit. Blow up my own way. See, things change when you say enough is enough. I'm not a rapper. I can't rap. I can rap, but it'll be something silly. Mouth turds on a windowsill make me sick, and I took a pill. Okay, that's the only thing I got for rap. All right there. That's all I can do. I can't rap. I told you I can't rap, so I'm not going to try to. But there's brothers and sisters out there who can. Instead of you talking about how you can make a broad rain on your private areas, how you got all this money, you doing the money phone thing, or you doing this, you doing that. See, and I'm gonna tell you something about other people too, but I'm gonna hurry up and finish this off. Instead of you doing that and talking about stupid stuff like that, why don't you talk about real things? Talk about things that needs to change. See, knowledge, this is the time of knowledge. And the people who are unknowledgeable and choose to be unknowledgeable, they will be left behind. And then you hear people who always say, well, if that's all they want to talk about, let them talk about it. You know, hey, blah, 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 blah. You know what? What you're doing, you're supporting the problem with your silence. You just saying shut up and just let it keep rolling the way it rolls. No. We have to speak out on these things. We have to move forward on these things. If we don't do it, then we lose out. This is why I'm saying to a lot of brothers and sisters, these people, and I want to talk about New York real quick. New York City, this kind of going to intertwine. New York City just opened up the voting systems for people who came here illegally and who came here who doesn't have a green card or anything, and they got a green card but they can't vote. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna say not green card, but they're applying for their green card, so they can't vote. You just did that because now what you want to do is you want to smother out the black vote. Black people, we're done in New York, we're done in Miami, we're done in Los Angeles. It's coming all the way around. I heard a guy sat down and said, well, is there any other way that we can find a place to go and just be there and huddle up? All right, for one, why would we do that? We'll be a center of mass in one spot, and they can just drop a bomb right there on top of us and we're all gone. For one. Two, that means we'll have the dusties with us, the people who ain't about shit. As much as we need everybody on deck, Those are the same motherfuckers who ain't gonna be doing shit. Those will be the same motherfuckers ain't doing nothing and be still doing absolutely the same shit they doing while we're out and about, spread apart. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Work starts when everybody's on the same time frame. When everybody's doing the same bidding. When everybody's pulling the same loads or heavier loads or the loads that they can pull. We are not there yet. We are still brainwashed. It's really a bad situation because every other culture, and don't get me wrong, every other culture doesn't go through what we go through because they don't have outside interference interfering with us. That's our problem. We constantly allow outside interference to get in between us and say, hey, don't do this, do that. Don't listen to this person, you listen to that person. Don't listen to him, listen to me. Do as I say, and everything will be fine. Or you keep going the same way you're going, and you'll be great. That means you're going to fall and fail. If you look at these damn black Congress politicians, they will do everything for everybody else. And I'm tired of hearing the black and brown communities. The black and brown. Because when it comes to the brown community, they only speak for themselves. The brown community, the Latin community. We're the only ones that, the Latin community. No, they don't say the Latin and black community. They don't say that. The Asians don't say the Asian and black communities. They say the Asian communities. You don't hear them say the Indian community or the Native American community. They say, I mean, you don't hear them say the Indian and black or the Native and black communities. You hear them just say the Indian or the Native communities. But these fucking old relic, some of these motherfuckers are new motherfuckers, they do not have the balls to say black people only because we're so busy trying to get everybody. No, we're for everybody. I was looking at the Latin Caucus, and everything that they say on their page is only for Latin people. When you look at the Black Caucus, they say black and brown and marginalized communities. But when you look at all their stuff that they work and do, it's for everybody else, not for us. They will get on the floor and make sure white children are safe before they make sure black children are safe. They will make sure that a Spanish or a white community is in better shape than our community. You need to start paying attention, people. You need to start paying the fuck attention. Black people are done. We are absolutely done. We rather, like I said, I don't know if I told you the story about a guy I know. He was on a dirt bike with a whole bunch of these young guys. And some of them guys out there was our age, in our 50s. And they out there with them young kids. They all riding around on their dirt bikes, just stopping traffic, doing wheelies up and down the street. Because the cops can't stop them. The cops can't chase them. So they can do whatever the hell they want. So they do, they just jumping in front of people's cars, wiggling, waggling outside of outside of traffic, just doing stupid shit. And I asked him, I said, ain't you a little too old to be out here with these kids out here doing that? He told me, I'm out here, I'm having fun. All right, 51 years old, and you're so worried about having fun, but you're not worried about making sure your child, which you have, has a legacy. Making sure your child has college money to go to college. You too busy out here having fun to make sure your child is growing up in a worthy community and getting the proper education, or spending time with her, but you want to have fun. I spoke to my family about this. I said, I saw such and such, and I said, he out there with the kids, young kids. And I asked him, ain't you too old to be out here with the kids doing stupid shit? My brother, he's in his 50s, and he said, man, if I wasn't in the condition I'm in, I'll be out there on the dirt bikes too. I would have me a dirt bike and be out there too. For one, I said, did you learn from your last time you had a dirt bike when you was a teenager? You broke your collarbone, damn near broke your neck. You didn't learn from that? I said, and on two, why would you be outside in the street doing stupid shit? You're a grown man, and don't you got shit to do better than that? Man, don't be looking down on that man. He just only having fun. My sister, who is the second oldest, she says the same thing. The third oldest, I talked to her. We was talking. He wouldn't say that if he was getting paid. I said, wait. How is getting paid compared to having fun ranges up with each other? I say he's not on the circuit, is he? If he was out there getting paid, no, you trying to turn something into a winning argument for you. No, he is not getting paid. What part of he is not getting paid, so he shouldn't be out here doing that. And if he was getting paid, he would be on the circuit. He wouldn't be on the street. But would he be too old to do that? That's not the point. The point is he's a grown man. He should be doing what grown men do. Not childish shit what children do. See, this is why this is why if we don't grow the fuck up soon, we are totally done, which we're done already. So guess what? You go ahead on, you keep doing what you're doing, black people, and you keep fucking yourselves over and fucking your children over, and guess what? Pretty soon you won't have nowhere to live. The places that we stay today will not be ours to stay. We'll be pushed out of the cities that we have grown up in, we were born in, into new places which they want us out of here completely. They don't even want us in this. They don't even want us alive. They don't want us in this country. They don't even want us to be breathing. If they could just snap their fingers today and all the black people are gone, oh, they'd be satisfied for a little while. But guess who will be the next group of people that will be in their target, in their eyesight? Yes, the Spanish population. The same people who feel that they are white. Oh, let me speak on that real quick too. I heard a newscast where they were saying like it was a group of Spanish people in Georgia. They were being held there in fear. They were being told that they would be killed if they didn't pick peas and greens and all this. They was on a farm. They basically they was enslaving these Spanish-speaking individuals. But these are the same people who hate black people when they come here. They hate all types of black people. We lazy, we this, we that. But then you get underneath these white people, the same people you worship, the same people you want to be, the same people that you claim you have camaraderie with. And they enslaved you and made you work for free and then beat you, did terrible things to you like slavery, like the shit that we went through for the past 3 years. It's been going on, they said 2 or 3 years, and nobody, they say everybody knew about it, but nobody did shit about it. And these was all white farmers that did this to Spanish people. But you want to be like them. Again, enjoy yourself. Because, like I said, and I've always said this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, at the end of every society, at the end of every civilization, kingdom or civilization, or whatever the ruling country on the planet, superpower, whatever you want to call it, at the end of their life, the people go crazy. The people who run the country is out of control. The whole country goes into a tailspin and crash and burn. America is really lost control. Now we're just going into that death spin. And we're about to crash and burn. Because I'm going to also let you understand something too. When black people were when they introduced crack into the black community, it destroyed and decimated the black community. I was a kid. I was about 11, 12 when crack came out. And I saw what it did to family members and friends, cousins. You know what I'm saying? I saw what crack did to them. I saw what it did to women, making them run down the street butt naked just to get a piece of crack off of a car. How we treated each other. How we made girls and women suck our dicks for crack money. You know what I mean? How they made men suck another man's dick or do shit for crack. You know what I mean? I've witnessed a lot of that shit. I've seen a lot of that shit go on. I've heard tales of shit like that also. And now the tables are turned. Wait a minute, before we even go to the tables being turned, how black people we also was locked up for it. And they told us that we needed to be put away so we could dry out. We were terrorizing the neighborhoods, and we were doing this, and crack was destroyed. Crack is this, and crack is... Now heroin is the shit. And more white people are on that shit. That and the opioids, right? But guess what? They got safe space so they can shoot up. You see how the system works? It works for them more than it works for us, or work for the whole country. Because it's their people and they know they're dying off, so they need to do what? That's why these Spanish-speaking people are here. That's why they're trying to flood the gates so they can live a little longer. Oh, y'all want to be white? No problem. We'll just have sex with you, and we'll adopt you as white. Just keep the niggas at bay. The opioids and shit, the heroin. You got safe spaces so you can shoot up and take opioids. And you got people there to watch you to make sure if you die, they can just bring your old dumb ass back to life with a fucking shot. Where was that? Where was the love when we needed it? When we were going through it? No, we were criminals. We were deemed as fucking criminals. You see how that works out? It's just like this Kyle Rittenhouse bullshit. This piece of shit can kill people and get off and say it was a self-defense, but you went down there looking for people to shoot because you wanted to shoot somebody. You knew you would get off. And then on top of it, the fucking shitty ass judge was a part of the bullshit. Him and the prosecutor. Not the prosecutor, the defense attorney. pulling all types of rabbits out your ass just to get this son of a bitch off. Put one black person and all the rest is white. But when it's a black man, you put all these white people, one black person, and guess what? They supposed to be a what? A jury of his peers. None of the motherfuckers is his peers because none of them knows him, nor did none of them grow up around him. So guess what? Again, I call foul on the shit because they made sure they could lock up another brother and keep him fucking arrested and locked up. You got this, like I said, all this shit is starting to come to pass. All this shit. You got these fucking cops who shoot and kill us, and a lot of them get off as, now you got some of them sitting up there crying about, oh. I don't want to hear no crying shit. You meant to kill that man, your ass goes to jail. And you shouldn't get no fucking lenient shit. Just like the dudes from the January 6th. The person who got the most was a black man who wasn't even there. But again, you being black, you should know better. You wasn't there, but you was saying shit on Facebook. They gave you 3.5 years. But the shaman dude gets, what, I think got 1.5 years? The Dominican guy who was a Proud Boy, he only got 2 months. And he was out there in the front doing all the bullshit. You had the guy that was shitting in the hallway. He only got 6 months. Are you kidding me? Now they got this other guy, this white guy, they talking about they want to give him 5 years, but let's see where that goes. See, at the end of the day, like I said, give them their wine and their circus, and they will be content. This is them giving us wine and circus. Get you drunk, give you entertainment. Get drunk and have a good time getting high, and we'll give you a little entertainment while we make this bitch crash and fucking burn. Really. Again, the motorcycle thing. Having fun. That's your wine and your fucking circus. Letting you have your opioids and no jail time. That's your wine and your circus. But if a black person does it, they'll go directly to jail. Again, where's the equality in that? I told a friend of mine, if black people worth to turn around and we worth to just give $500, or just have somebody that we can just give the money to, like a certain individual, and they'll order new school books for the kids. Because if you look at every black community, we get the hand-me-downs for the white communities. We don't get the brand new books. We don't get the stuff that keeps us on top of everything. We get used books 6-7 years behind. I looked up to see where McGraw-Hill school books, how much they cost. A brand new math or reading school book ranges anywhere from $40 to $90. A social study book runs anywhere from $25 to $65, $70. You know what I mean? You think to tell me with $500 you can't buy enough of school books for everybody? If we all chipped in $500 a piece? And I understand where a lot of people will come at. They say, oh, well, our taxes are supposed to take care of that, so why should I pay for it? Let me tell you something. Your taxes has always paid for other people's bullshit, not ours. No matter how much taxes they come out of my check every week, my money don't go into the Trenton public schools like it should. It goes into the hands of these bastards and they funnel it out into somewhere else. Wake up, people. Come on, wake up. Start thinking for yourselves. It's not illegal to think, not yet. But they working on it. Oh my God. I mean, seriously. If we took that money and we put that to, like I said, we did a fund and we did that and we bought brand new books. We could buy brand new 2022 books and be ready to teach these children what we need to teach them. Stop trying to push your kids into sports. Stop trying to push them into fucking dancing and singing and shit like that. Black people, we are way more than that. You don't know what kind of scientists you got living underneath your roof. You don't know what type of strategy, how you call it, a strategic general you got underneath your roof. You don't know the next construction worker you got underneath your roof. You don't know the next lawyer, doctor, or police sergeant or police captain underneath your roof. You don't know what next genius, period, you got underneath your roof. Because you push your kids into this shit. Not only do you push them into it, these kids, they see television. Television is one of the worst things that could ever happen to us. Seriously. Television is the worst thing that could ever happen to us. And I'm going to say this in a minute because my phone's going dead. We let television dictate to us what life is. And if you look at television, it shows nothing but sex, money, drugs, and greed. And as people, we should say, fuck no, we're done. And we really should. We really should stop letting our kids watch TV and start teaching them. Start really being there, being a teacher, leave the video games alone, all that shit. Just be teachers to your children. And teach them how to read. Reading is the best thing in the world for a child. It really is. It helps them sprout their imagination and infuse it too. All right, y'all, let me get out of here because I'm losing time and this thing's going dead. All right, so this is the Battle Blaster. I'll catch you up again another night. All right, peace.